1. So these are the critical values. So now if I want to write it in terms of the inequalities, so it's supposed to be x less or equals to 1 over 4, then the other one, or x is greater or equals to 1. So which means that it will range in between. So depending on which one you want to use. So basically, I'll come and draw this. There we go. Then this is what I have. Therefore, now this is going to be 1 over 4 on the other side, and then the other side is going to be 1. Then obviously it's going to go on the other side, and the other one is going to go on the other side. So this is how you can do it. But make sure that when you get into the exam, you get this question right, because it is coming and it is very, very important that you master it as much as you can. So they are going to give you 4 marks. They're going to give you 4 marks. So now, I know there are many ways in which you can write this one in terms of the infinity and so forth, but I prefer this one. So now if you can check here, they've already introduced these. If you can check -4, this 4x squared, it's already a quadratic graph. So which means that they are introducing sequence here, because in sequence we've got quadratic sequence, and then they're introducing already the parabola graph, and at the very same time they're introducing that question which says that if g of x and f of x is greater or equals to -1, what do we do? So now if you are struggling here, the possibility of you to struggle again is very high. So you make sure that you get this one right. 1.2, consider the equation. We've got x squared plus 5xy plus 6y squared is equals to 0. Then the question says calculate the values of the ratio. So this is a pure factorization wherein we can get the factors of 6, that will give you 5. So now we're going to say what are the factors of 6 that will give you 5. So now we've got x here, obviously it's going to be plus 3 because there's a y. We're going to write y. There we go. Then x plus 2y, then it equals to 0. So now when you work this thing out, you eventually go back to where you are coming from. Therefore now we're going to say, okay, x plus 3y it's equals to 0, or x plus 2y it's equals to 0. Then we're going to take that 1 to the other side, is going to be -3y. Then or x it's equals to -2y. Therefore now, because they're looking it in terms of the ratio, listen, they're looking it in terms of the ratio. So now because they're looking it in terms of the ratio, then we can divide by 3. This you can divide by y, then you can divide by y. So it's going to be x over y, then it's equals to -3, or x over y it's equals to -2. Then you are done. They will give you full marks because the question says find or calculate the ratios, calculate the values of the ratio in terms of x and y. So that is what we have done there. So the very last one is very, very simple, so and interesting but tricky. They say that calculate the values of x and y if x plus y is equals to 8. Then we have x, that is the last one, x plus y it's equals to 8. Then this is 1.22. Okay, then if you can check previously, we already calculated x as equals to -3y. If you remember, we've got x as equals to -3y. So we're going to sub, because this is a continuation, sub x it's equals to -3y. So instead of 3y, instead of x, we're going to write 3y. So it's going to be -3y and then plus y, then it's equals to 8. Then what we're going to do, we're going to use the calculator. So it's going to be these 2 -2y it's equals to 8. then what we do on the left hand side must be done at the right hand side. Therefore y is equals to -4. Y is equals to -4. So when we are still here, we can sub it on this one. Let's sub it on this one. We're going to say sub y equals to -4 into the original equation. So we're going to have x plus y is equals to 8. Then what we're going to do is to wherever we see y, we're going to write -4. X minus 4 is equals to 8. Then y is equals to 12. Then we are done for the first one. So which means that for the first one, the value of x is y and 12. So now if we want to work it out in a different way, we can say or. Let's just work on the other way. Then or, we're going to do the second one now. Or, okay, then now we have the other one. We're going to use x is equals to -2y. So that is what we're going to do. So that is y plus x plus y is equals to 8. Instead of x, we're just going to write -2y. That is very simple. We are subbing -2y and then plus y is equals to 8. Therefore, obviously, it's going to be -y, which is equals to 8. Then we divide it by negative. We divide it by negative. Then y is equals to -8. So that is the other way of doing it. Then we're going to sub it. So when we sub it, it's going to be y, it's equals to 8. Therefore, now it means that we're going to put -8 there. So when we take it to the other side, it's going to be 16. Then we are done. Then they will give you full marks that you are looking for. This is King Jobu from Math Academy. So now if you're looking for a tutor, you can just inbox us or use the link that you see on YouTube there, and we will take it from there. Thank you so much, and we hope to see you very, very soon.